about the sad moment, but for keep going with the timeline, you told me about the training centers because you mentioned the first one was everyone want to be there. This was the national training center, yes, in Kiev. But later you told me about a new one, new facilities. You remember, it's like too important.
Exactly.
You can tell me for the people on the podcast, who's the structure? We're talking about facilities, structure, equipment. Who feel gymnastics in Ukraine?
Okay, so we have two main competitors in Ukraine. We had, because everybody from West Ukraine, from Middle Ukraine, from the center, we have maybe like 20 gyms, which is provide good enough facilities.
The governmental. Yes, for government.
Yeah. And most of them, let's say Kiev, it's our capital. They try to be there. They try to be in national team. They try to reach this point because it's the highest one. But after, let's not talk about political, but after 2014, in Lugansk and Donetsk, they were going to open amazing facilities.
New one.
New one, exactly. And it's gonna be same level with the same
new
financial investment, everything. And even our president of Olympic
committee,
thank you, he came to open this place. And some gymnasts were training there. And it's all time on the competition. It was the main question, who is gonna win? Obviously, Kiev had more
story,
yeah. More people,
experience,
more, let's say, stronger everything. But it still was something interesting, you know. It's still always something. They have strong gymnasts. They have strong gymnasts too.
That means it was a healthy competition inside the country.
Yeah, because without competition, you became a monopoly and quality dropped too much. You cannot be the best without. But
you traveled to Germany.
Yeah.
You compete. How was this competition in Germany?
This is. It wasn't exactly a competition. I was present there, but I didn't compete.
You traveled in what city?
Cottbus.
Cottbus. Oh, nice.
It is great.
You remember this experience, like a young athlete go there?
After that, I realized that world has so many different systems. Like here, we knew about American system, and which is also able to deliver, and it's about business.
You're talking about Middle East for mega context.
Yeah.
You're talking about Middle East. Okay, perfect. That means Abu Dhabi and Dubai, because some people here far from here. Now you're talking about Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Right.
Okay. Who is?
So here it's about American system, because everybody compete by USA.
USA, yeah.
Right. And now with my wife, I
will ask you about that. It's Jana, yes? Jana?
Yes, she's also a gymnast.
We send our greetings to her on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a few minutes with him in the very busy schedule. Later we will ask about what you're doing now, yeah? But now the more important question of all these interviews, can you provide me what is your philosophy of coaching? What does it mean for you be a coach?
So as soon as I arrived to this country, I already became a coach. I started to be gymnast. I didn't want to say that I gave up, but I made a decision to be a coach, and I wanted to prove for myself that I'm able to be a good coach, a great coach. After all that experience with different coaches at the highest level and just simple, I realized that I want to make people fall in love with what I'm doing. And this is a bad thing, because only in this case you can really feel and you can get these proofs that you're doing something which has value.
Mm.
And that's all what I was doing, because I know all the skills. I know position and I know gymnastics because I was doing it 20
So
years.
many years.
Yeah, it's already something natural. It's already what's
Like your food.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like another language. I mean, like in the beginning, we didn't have a language, but we were talking with kids by gymnastic language. It also works. And if you really try to make them fall in love and you see that you can do it, you feel yourself much better. And after that, it's not work anymore. It's already something, it's already lifestyle, it's already something that exactly your life sense.
Mm.
So,
And you define this word like TLL. It's talented. It's the three things you need to find in a gymnast. If
yeah,
you can
that's
mention that.
what we're doing now. So when parents want to hear feedback, and because we try to educate people in this country, because unfortunately Middle East doesn't have
Too many years in gymnastics.
gymnastic culture at all in the Middle East. That's why we need to really educate not only kids, we need to educate parents.
Sharing knowledge with
Yeah,
us.
and that's what usually tell them to let them understand in a simple way. So first, what we are looking, if they're talented and if they're capable, they have to be strong, they have to be flexible, they have to have good coordination. After that, if you see that this child is really good, we check in second one. It's how they listen, because
This is the second one.
yeah, because without listening, unfortunately, it's becoming dangerous. Because if you cannot control, and if you see, if you cannot let gymnasts understand what do you want to see, if you cannot help gymnasts to understand what they want to do, it's impossible without listening. So it's also a skill how to listen. And third one, it's how to make them fall in love. So first, if they're talented. Second, if they're able to listen, because it's also about connection. And third one, if they love what you do.
Emotional.
Yes.
Side.
So without talented, it can work. If the person really want to do something, if this kid able to listen and they want to, they will get result. But if it's talented person, but they will not listen,
They don't want to be there because the parents
Yeah, exactly,
put him,
exactly.
put her in the class. Yeah.
So it's everything about psychology.
Yeah.
They need to understand why and what they are doing there.
The why is important, huh?
Yeah, it's
Why
almost
you-
it's the last one.
Yeah. It's the more important. Great. That means your philosophy of coaching is this TLL, and how you execute this philosophy when you're working, because now if you want, because I have the question later about the emotional side, you know, when we're talking about when you see reflected this emotional side of gymnastics when you provide or you deliver the class, because you're talking about emotions, yeah, how you smell the sponge,
So
the
something
peat,
good.
the chalk, how you make fall in love the people when they practice gymnastics.
Yeah, if you have ever been in gymnastic gym, you can
Feel it,
understand,
yeah.
you can feel the smell of sponge and chalk, and it's mostly it's the same smell, and any gym has.
Yeah, and Chile
Sometimes
or
it-
Ukraine is the same smell. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not nice smell,
When they
But-
go take a shower.
but it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, time when you're getting fun with your friends, time when you can just realize that you spent so much time and it was always good. Yeah, it's very nice to come back in memory and remember how was it. Good moments.
This is a happy experience.
Yeah.
Your more happy experience in gymnastics?
I definitely never ever regret about gymnastics, because all people were born with some basic movements. Yeah, like you have a body to grab, to rotate, to twist your body, and sometimes you can lose this just because of your lifestyle, because habits. And gymnastics, as soon as one of the older sport in the world, it provides the most detailed instruction to your body. So you're not gonna lose all your options. You're not gonna lose all this function of your body. And this is something what gives you really happiness. You start to enjoy your life more because you understand that you can do more than you can use all
your body for a mix between movement and pleasure. Feel you
Exactly.
are on the place where you are happy. Yeah.
That's why so many people want to give and bring your child to gymnastics, because parents who understand value of gymnastics and why and what we provide, they want to give this happiness and give this. At the beginning of the day, you need to make. That's a big difference between somebody just make them people happy and somebody,
Work.
I guess it's
Only
between what you want, what kids want, and what they need. And you need to find balance to let them understand. And this is really amazing.
Your sad moment in gymnastics, if you want to share those.
Okay, I think really sad moment was when I called to main coach and I asked if what they need to do to continue being in
The national team.
national team, to go to competition and to get this result. And his answer was, they just like, be patient and continue doing what you do. But the point is, it was time when I had to decide about my future. And I almost finished university, I already met Yana, and so it's time when you have to take care about yourself. And from one side, it was an option, but from another side, I understand that when you're doing 2 years same by same, and like I said, you start to feel that you're wasting your time. You start to feel that's not what you need to do. After that moment, we made a decision to find the way how we can travel, because I want to see the world. That was one of my goals. I always wanted to went for international it's a world championship, and just to see this level, just to feel that. But I never realized how hard it is to get it and how many obstacles you're gonna meet on your way. So this was really sad moment when you realize that you still can do something, but
you cannot continue.
Yeah, but you don't have this option because you need to, let's say, get something for life. You need to, time is gone. So that was a sad moment. But now I'm here, and after that moment, I think for me it takes around 1 year to realize that I'm finished with gymnastics. Because before Corona I was going to competition, and I almost took a ticket, but Corona came, and that time was like officially end of my gymnastic career, because I was competitor gymnast even after I left national team. But from other side, I met so many good people. I met my wife. I became a coach, and I start to understand, because when you're doing gymnastics, you fall in love, you're all time challenging, but
You don't see the other side of it.
yes, when you start to explain, when you start to teach people
Provide
gymnastics,
gymnastics.
yeah, this is already some another level. And after that, when I feel that I'm doing it well and people appreciate it, I start to love gymnastics much more than any time. As I remember, it was exactly 1 year ago, and I just realized that exactly at that moment, I really love what I do. So this is something what I wish to feel everybody.
And for this reason, you start to open your new gym.
Yeah, because like I said, it was sometimes bad experience has much more value than good experience, and we try to get all benefits from that. So after some time, when we just understand that we don't feel happy anymore, we got this idea to do something, because if you can do it by yourself, try, because time
Time's right.
is too fast.
Yeah.
So, and I cannot say that we had some plan really. It was everything by random, and we tried to make everything right. You know, when you try to not break the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe it's destiny, maybe it's something else, but most of right decisions, most of main important moments, they happen just randomly. I mean, like we were looking for them, and they came from that side which we even never expect. And now we have our small aerial gymnastic consultancy in Abu Dhabi.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, 2022 became a very, very interesting year, because this year started with the war, and when you have, let's say, 10 kids behind you, and you're working with the kids, and they feel everything. They can feel your mood.
Yeah.
They can feel, and you during the work, you don't think about anything. You think about the work. It is now the easiest part. You really enjoy what you do, and this is the best. And when at the end of the class, some of parents came to you and start to ask about this one, your mood dropped. And in this year, it always was like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Mood jumping up and down, up and down. So that's why we decided to finish this year and make this roller coaster as big as we can. We quit, we got married, we opened our small
Startup,
place.
yeah.
And it's always like that.
What do you start to learn now when you make your startup about gymnastics?
So before, I had challenge, I had really goal to become a coach, and when I start to feel that it's not a work, it's really something what I enjoy. This is time when we open something, it's became a third place, because now first place it's our customer service, because we deliver a service. And this is something what made me stressful because I never was doing it really, and it's a lot of things which you need to learn and you need to know about so many things. So now really for me to be coach, it's the easiest part of my work because customer service, oh my god, you cannot imagine.
And different cultures, different countries, different
Yeah, and
countries.
this is a big airport.
Yeah.
So many, so international.
But you regret your decision, or you're happy with your decision?
No, I wasn't happy because because that's what we wanted. We wanted to learn. We want to improve ourselves. We want to get out of comfortable zone, and that's what happened. Now our priority number one is customer service, marketing, and only then coaching. And this time, I take a rest of my days.
Nice. What is more challenging for you now? Because, like, for example, if I can provide you the question more easy, what is the future for aerial gymnastic consultancy? What are you looking for?
I'll tell you, we, like all dreamers, started with the biggest one. And when you start to research, when you start to realize like, how many things
you can do
have to be done to get your goal, your dream became smaller, smaller, smaller. So let's say now, when we started from so huge idea which we wish to make real, we became to so small place, and we provide gymnastic at a so basic recreational level. But from other side, we have the stairs. So how can I see future of aerial gymnastics? I see the stairs. Nice. And we will try to step by step climb up on the top. Let's see how it.
Yeah, you will hear it later this podcast, and you will hear yourself 2 years forward, and imagine all the potential you have, and you will hear the episode and you will feel, oh, this is what I say, sure. And look where I am now. It's like, yeah, be optimistic with that, and I'm so happy for your success with Yana. I hope the best for you and this, and I'm very interested in what can happen in the future with your decision.
I'll tell you, at the beginning it was team of us, it was 3. And anyway, mostly appreciate my wife, because without her it was impossible for sure. Because when you arrive to a new country, at the point everything was working before you came, and nobody
from zero.
Yeah, and nobody knows you. So you need to show what is your value. Exactly. And it's not about proving, it's just about people will see what is the real value, who you are. So it was very hard to find something what makes you motivated, what makes you wake up in the morning. And first I remember the situation when my wife Diana was really sad about everything, and I just understood, and I told her that you make me do all these things because you're next to me. So this is the point. Sometimes you cannot understand and realize which things really help you. It's same like about system. For example, sometimes you spend a lot of time for useless things, but you think that it's useless, but it gives you just a balance between working, because if you start to work 24/7, you will get crazy. It's 100%. So Yana was my something that make me motivated, and without her support, without her, that's I think what most of people saying about behind every successful story, you can find some woman.
Yeah, and look, for me it was a surprise, but not also surprise. Was like it's the story happened to you is like when you go outside your comfort zone, you grow. This is what I see, and well, all other coaches I agree with me. Goran, we send a greetings to Goran because Goran is some of the coach meet with us for the brainstorm and this mastermind we do every week. And yeah, I think like teammates, we are so proud of you and go for it. Team, like a team, I feel like keep going because the opportunities here in Abu Dhabi, Dubai is huge. This is bigger one. Last question. I don't know if you are ready for that. Can you provide us advices for a gymnast? If one gymnast hear you now on the podcast, and you can provide advice for valuable advice from your experience, what you can say to them?
For gymnast,
Yeah.
if you're a gymnast and you're doing gymnastics and you understand that it's going to be part of your life, you need to understand why you're doing it. Because when you see the goal, you can see the way, or this way will find you. So definitely it's about something psychology. It's
Push
about,
you for
yeah,
it's
definitely.
the gas.
That's what's gonna motivate you. That's what's gonna help you. And sometimes what you need and what you want, it's a different thing. So you need to find what you need, and you can do it only if you have a goal.
And advices for coaches.
For coaches, like I said, it's hard to decide. I mean, I cannot say that I'm a good coach, or I can say only.
Everyone try to
Yeah.
do the best.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
But my first point is make kids and everybody fall in love with gymnastics. And now, after all these years, I can talk about gymnastics in a so different way, and I really feel that I can tell about the same things, same way. But first, we need to do is just make them fall in love, and then many way you know, then better to you, then better coach you can be.
Great. I think we don't forget nothing about the questions. I'm very impressed for the answers you provide me. I pushed you with the questions, I know, because something I really like is when I saw people inspire me, you know,
And you inspire people as well. You really make me motivated. And I think that's the point. You need to keep right people around. And when you invited me for this, I never thought that they're gonna do something like that. But I understand the value, and I see what you're doing for gymnastics, how much time you spend for that. And I want to tell you thank you, because it's not too many people here who is doing what you do, and this is something what really has value. And in the future, it's not only about money, it's about something more.
passion.
Yeah.
Their money is a result of passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, can be. Perfect. We close this interview with this phrase. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience, for your answers, for your story with Jana. I bless you. I hope you have an incredible future, a present and future with Area Gymnastic Consultancy. And yes, guys, any question you have to Coach Vasyl, if you want to text him, you can find an Instagram. What is the Instagram of your gym?
Aerial Gymnastic
Consultancy, and is located in
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Yeah. What you gymnastic in what ages do you provide?
From 2 and unlimited.
Adult
I
classes
think-
also.
Yeah, I think it is a big stereotype that gymnast is an adult cannot do gymnastics, because gymnastics has so many things, and in this country you can find aerobic, calisthenics, trampoline, and yoga, wherever. But the best thing in gymnastics that this is connected exactly all of these sports, and
It's a complete sport.
yeah, and that's I like to work with adults more than with kids. I just love gymnastics.
Fall in love in gymnastics. This is the title will be of this episode. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to hear this episode and see our handsome faces, you can see in YouTube and then channel of Escuela del Sur. You can hear this in a podcast and Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. And also you will find this episode on LinkedIn and Instagram. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and see you. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.